なんだと。
So, Kamen Rider Outsiders, my favorite thing, is ending. They're doing the thing that I was really hopeful that they were going to do for whenever Outsiders was going to come to an end. And they are bringing everybody together. And not only are they bringing everybody together to stand in a quarry in front of an explosion. That I could have expected. That was easy to do. But they're actually bringing everybody back. And I love how Google found these faces. We're getting everybody back. We're getting Hirobi. We're getting George. We're getting Tachibana, I think is his name. We're getting Guy. We're getting 03, Arc, Jin, Asakura, Disaster, Dan Kuroto. I am so excited for this. As you can see, I was trying to take pictures of my piercings and stuff like that. I have made the thumbnail for my second part of my... I forgot that balloons pop up when I do a peace sign. With the final episode of Kamen Rider Outsiders releasing the day this video is going live, I figured that there was no better time to catch up on the series than now and see what it's been up to since I released part 1 of this deep dive series back in May. At the time, episode 5 was about to release, and there has been so much to happen since then. Picking up with episode 5, the last time that we left Outsiders at the end of 2023, Dan Kuroto was teased to have a big upcoming role, and George Karazaki was holding his Juga driver up on a rooftop. Spoiler, one of these will factor into episode 5, and the other will not be mentioned in the slightest. We open with a recap on the previous episodes by Sumari from Kamen Rider Geats, still watching over the Wish Temple from the finale of that show. Back at Genom Corp, Kuroto Dan from Kamen Rider Outsiders is working on brand new Gashats using his new Humagear functionality. This is eventually hacked by Arc from Kamen Rider 01. I mention all of these series names because by 2 minutes into the episode, we have already featured characters from all 3 of the Kamen Rider shows written by Yuya Takahashi. Following some very entertaining Kuroto as a game character visuals, somehow Sumari just appears in this game world from nowhere. She confronts Kuroto about his wish at Ace's shrine, flashing back to the ending of the Gundam special, and him wanting love with his father or something, or a family. It's nice to see that things are still just happening in Outsiders. Not much has changed during the half-a-year hiatus. Outside of the game world, Kamen Rider Chronicle is still active in the city, as ride players begin to appear as they did during X8. One of them transforms and begins to cause trouble before being confronted by Kamen Rider Zane, who easily overpowers him using the powers of Phi's blaster form. This turns him into a Zane card, and then Zane proceeds to kill him by shredding it into the Zane driver. Sumari and Kuroto appear to shut down Kamen Rider Chronicle for infringing on his copyright as the game's original creator, and he pulls 2 brand new Gashats out of his ass. Using the brand new Hyper Famitsu and Zombie Maximum Gashats, he unlocks his brand new Hyper Famitsu Gundam form, which is a very similar transformation and suit design to the Gundam Muso form from his Genmu special. Arc continues to watch this battle from his void, hearing the voice of There reach out to him. Arc and There, in the form of Kamen Rider 02, meet to discuss a compromise to work together to take down Zane, hold hands and form the brand new Kamen Rider 03 Progress Key and the driver units to transform into Kamen Rider 03. A destroyed Kuroto Dan Humagear is left in pieces by Zane. Then, 03 joins the battle as Kuroto's wish is revealed to have children someday, and then he is suddenly revived by 03 as Ethan Hawke from the MCU Moon Knight series. And for the very first time since his original death at the hands of Kamen Rider Paradox all the way back during the X8 series, he is now human again. And then he just walks off laughing. Zane and 03 go at it, powers being used from past riders, or 01 suit weapons being used against each other, and for the first time, Zane is actually facing a bit of a threat. Being forced out of his transformation by this brand new Kamen Rider, just as 03 is about to finish him off, Zane is rescued by a familiar face, Kamen Rider Evil from Build, who takes Zane away. So following episode 5, Premium Bandai released the 03 driver unit and Progress Key set, which actually just shipped out in December 2024. The next episode, featuring Kamen Rider Evil in his brand new Evil X form, released in September 2024. Last time we saw 03, he was fighting Zane. I know that's not the last time we saw him because I have not seen episode 6. Oh, he did dump exposition to Nico. That's true. That makes sense. Last time we saw Hirobi was in episode 4, I believe, too.
So I'm assuming it will go in this order. Like, you know, we'll get the can and then the gas shots and then the driver. I'm going to buy all 3 eventually. I'm going to pre-order the Zane driver for sure. That's a day 1 pre-order. These 2 things I will get eventually. You got the Evil X can, I assume is what that's called. You get a gas shot set of whatever the new Tokimeki Crisis gas shot is and the new Mighty Action X gas shot is. I don't know what they do. And then the Zane driver. I'm so excited for the Zane driver. I love that thing. I cannot wait to see what cards that it comes with. I cannot wait to see how they try to replicate the shredding card feature. I'm so excited for that.
The driver includes the Zane Progress key, which can be used in any 01 toy, and the cards for the Reiwa Final Forms, not previously released in Decade's toy line. There is also the Zane card set, which includes the Ride Player card seen in episode 5 of Outsiders, Super 1 card, which was seen in Zane's Gotchard cameo, and then all of the other Final Form cards for the Heisei Riders. I am 1 minute and 29 seconds into this episode of Outsiders. I'm drunk. I'm eating pizza. And so far, we've learned that there's a clone of Evil named Ekkel. Ooh. Oh. In episode 6, Sakurai Yuto is concerned with the fact that he killed the Ride Player in episode 5. Evil cheers him on, of course he does, and Brain watches from the distance. Back at Foundation X, Gaiamatsu meets with the scientists running Project Outsiders. Kamen Rider 03 discusses Evil's return, who is a clone of the original one from Build. We also see another Build returning character with Mitan, who makes her return in what is totally not just a green screen of the original cafe set from the Build series. She uses her power that she has over her audience to get them to stop playing Kamen Rider Chronicle. Back at Genom Corp once again, Kuroto Dan continues work on the second of the gas shots in the new Premium Bandai 2-pack, when Guy shows up, and I think reveals for the first time that he founded Project Outsiders from the beginning. Brain stumbles around the city to see the reveal of Tokimeki Bridal, something that should be for a Kamen Rider Poppy power-up, but spoiler, she's not going to appear in this series, sadly. And then suddenly, the Humagear that just sits in Genom Corp's office suddenly transforms into Brain. Is this episode wilder, or am I just like numb to all this that the series has to offer at this point? Evil X and Foundation X discuss the goal of Outsiders by pulling up the Premium Bandai by sacrificing humanity in order to save the planet from AI art predictions of the world's end in the future. Yep, this is the first thing that I hate about the series, having AI art. We're having some fun here. Don't ruin it. Bandai, Toei, mainly Toei, I guess, TTFC. Rando Joseph, the character's real name, I assure you, is not on board with this plan. The other dude, which we finally reveal his name as Ekkel, who I definitely thought was the name for the Evil clone at first, reveals his plans to use Zane's power for himself to destroy humanity with the Kamen Rider technology that they've been gathering from Project Outsiders. Meanwhile, Yuto continues his doubts about Zane's power as the driver starts to speak to him and the new Dimension Zane card appears. 03 shows up to finish Zane once and for all, but Zane uses Geats 9's power to stop the music from playing just like Ace did, which I love. And then he gets the upper hand in the fight. Zane is eventually defeated by 03 though, with the use of Vulcan's Rampage Gatling Progress Key and Shot Riser, and reveals that the dystopia future that this version of Sakurai Yuto comes from is actually caused by Zane. However, Yuto says he already knew this, as he planned on using Zane's power to summon the Dimension card and then throw the Zane power set into the void between worlds to destroy it. Evil shows up as Rando and body slams Guy, 03 does the V3 pose, and Evil steals the Dimension card, which he knows is a toy at the end of the day. Ekkel is given the Dimension card and transforms into Kamen Rider Zane himself. He opens the rift between universes, 03 and Evil X start to fight, Sakurai Yuto starts to remember the events of Kamen Rider Den-O and then escapes on the Zero liner before Zane can kill him. Brain tries to stop Zane from killing Yuto, but then Zane throws Brain into the void and Brain explodes. or something, Guy realizes that he was used by Foundation X, and the finale of Outsiders is now in motion. So as all of this is going down and the world starts to fall apart, we finally return to George Kawasaki, seeing as he took only about a year to finally get down from that roof he was standing on, and is just enjoying some tea when he's approached by Jin from Kamen Rider Geats, who recruits him for the upcoming Desire Royal, which, just like the finale of Project Outsiders, is also now in motion. To be concluded. I didn't know you could summon the Shot Riser with the Rampage Gatling gun in it. Rampage Gatling Progress Kit. I love Outsiders so much. And with all of that, that brings us to the final episode of Outsiders, episode 7, hypothetically attempting to tie everything and everyone together in one final quarry appearance. Episode 7, which is, this teaser is going to be spoilers for it, so... but it looks like it's going to be the final bosses are going to be Zane and Evil X versus the Outsiders. So this is going to be primarily a Geats episode. Baraba's going to be in it. Sumeri's going to be in it. As you can see here, we have George and Guy. We have Kuroto. Who is my favorite Outsider? That's like asking me who my favorite child is. Definitely not Arc Orphanok. It's not 03, as much as I do like that suit. My favorite Outsider is probably Asaka or Brain. I do really like... Well, I like Brain's suit. Good thing I was still working on this video when Narikiri World 2024 started, is they have officially revealed the DX Laser Raise driver and put pre-orders up for it during the event. They even had Jin himself present to show off the new Henshin sequence and play some of the sounds that we'll hear in the upcoming episode. Jin Geyser, login. Henshin. Accept. And this deluxe driver is heavily remolded from the Vision and Zillion drivers that precede it from Geats, as all Desire Grand Prix managements have, and thus it still retains many of the features of those toys, such as a raised buckle reader. Kamen Rider Outsiders Episode 7 releases tonight, December 21st, on TTFC. And since it usually takes a little while for these to get subbed by the different subgroups, I figured between my last video on the series and this one, I'd get everyone caught up so they're ready to go. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to Toku Topics if you'd like to see me finish off this trilogy of Outsiders videos and do one last one covering specifically just the finale and aftermath. I'm very excited to see how this is all going to play out. Sad that it's coming to an end because I really wanted it to keep going on forever, and I'm also very jealous of those in Thailand who get to see it in a big theatrical release. I want the poster, I want all of the little things you get with that. It's so fun. But until next time, thank you all for watching. And let me know down in the comments below, what is Outsiders, truly? What is it? What's going on?